just because you do a 5-month OSHA program, your fucking pay rate just instantly jumps $5. And they got different OSHA programs up to 5 years. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do the 5-year OSHA certification because I wanted to be a safety man. Safety men, all they do is walk around. Now, I'm not saying it's an easy fucking job, but all they're really supposed to do is walk around and keep their eyes out for safety violations. You know, if you see people not wearing safety glasses, you got to ride them up, earplugs, PPE, all that shit. And literally, they make up to about, no bullshit, $200 an hour just to walk around. That's just one of the requirements you have to have is your OSHA certification 5-year plan, and that's what I wanted to do. And I already had 2 years of it done. So, I mean, honestly, to have that lady tell me, Mr. Gromford, you made this amount, it wasn't a surprise to me. It really wasn't. That's why I try to tell my girl, because, and I told her, you're right to some extent, but that's why I try to tell my girl, you know, doctors and lawyers ain't the only people in the world that make crazy fucking money. Like, I used to do oil rigs. I used to work on the oil rigs. Granted, most of the pay is hazard pay, but man, you could literally be 6 months, 7 months out in the ocean and literally make, fuck, $25,000, $30,000. Granted, life expectancy is very short and shit, but one term, you know, you come back balling, you know, stay out there for 6, 7 months, come back for 2 weeks. You know, the only reason why I quit that job, and people look at me like I'm fucking stupid because I've had a lot of jobs pay a lot more money than what I recently had. But I quit because I got bored. I don't work for the money, I work for the sense of adventure and having fun, and I actually like the job. This job where I was working for the EPA was actually the first job that I liked. I really did love it. That was actually the second highest paying job I had. But yeah, it is what it is. She thinks nurses and doctors are the only ones that makes a lot of money, and lawyers. I'm like, no, baby. You'd be surprised, them big burly motherfuckers that look all dirty and shit. You think, you know, they don't make money, shit. You can work on an oil rig and literally retire. You can start working at 18. You can literally retire. You can start as a greenhorn, and you can retire. Man, granted, you survive, because there's a lot of fucking hazards out there. Mind you, the hazard pay is the bulk of your fucking pay. You can literally retire handsomely for the rest of your life at the age of 35. Depending how early you started your career, which I would say is 18. Down here in Houston, there's so many people that have fallen out of control, and 9 times out of 10, after I get done starting a conversation with them, they've retired from some form of fashion of oil rigging or nuclear power plant work and the refinery business. Here I am, 27. I could have I've only had a couple more years to fucking retire and just sit up. I mean, I know I'm sitting up now, but shit, if I retired, I could have, you know, at that age, I could have been doing the same thing, sitting up, but not being on $1,200 a month, I'd be on like fucking 5, 6 a month. And I know I got a 401k, I just don't know how to check up on it. I haven't touched it. It's not building because I'm not working. But I think the last time I checked, I had like 32 in it. But I'm not gonna touch it until like the last fucking minute. Like, you know, I mean, I'm struggling like a motherfucker. Like, I can't even go move back in with my aunt type shit. I'll tap into it and go get me a rinky-dink apartment, but I don't think it's gonna be like that. Because if I have kids, most people don't know this either, but if I have kids and I die, my wife, and I'm married, my wife and my children will get my 401k.
There's no time.
Now, it doesn't mean that it's automatically cashed out. Like, oh, here's the cash. No, my wife would be the caretaker of the 401k, which means she, if she wanted to at that time, could cash it out if she wanted to, or just leave it there for emergency purposes. You know what I mean?
No, you're moving away from us. Circle
So,
back to your 8 o'clock.
in a way, I got money. In a way, I don't got money. I live poor. Honestly, I really do.
Proceed to your 10 o'clock.
And that's just by choice.
Come back towards your
Shit, if I wanted to, before I got my cancer, if I wanted to, shit, a fucking Maserati, you know, even, I would actually say even a fucking Porsche I could afford. Big balling out of control, yeah, I could do that shit. But here's my analogy of the whole thing and my theory of living like that. You want to live like that, to me, all that's doing is you're causing attention to yourself. You have to compensate for something. Now, that's just my opinion.
Strong winds approaching.
And what happens when you cause attention to yourself? Well, you're most likely to get robbed or fucked with or something, you know? Don't be surprised if you're driving down the road in a badass Aston Martin or Jaguar or something and then you get fucking robbed. They ain't gonna rob somebody that's in a beat up ass Pinto, you know what I mean? They ain't gonna rob somebody that ain't wearing all that jewelry and gold and shit that all these guys I see wearing. No, I don't wear jewelry. If I wanted to, I could have a mouth fucking diamonds, full of fucking diamonds and gold and shit, but I don't like the attention. It's stupid. One thing that I wish I should have gotten, that when I had the chance, was the truck that I really wanted. That bitch would have been paid for by now. That's the only regret I have. Because now I'm probably never going to get that bitch. Fuck, give me some more inventory. And to be in all honest, this career that I had literally landed in my lap. Yes, I do have bachelor's in this criteria because that's what you have to have. But when I first got the job, I mean, that's what you have to have at first just for them to think about getting you. After that, then you have to have a minimum of 5 years of experience in the field. So, this job actually just landed in my lap because I didn't have the schooling at the time. I had none of the certifications or nothing, but I did have a lot of experience thanks to my father when it comes to the type of machinery that we would work with, memorizing metric measurements for tools, standard, all that shit. And the guy was like, well, you're real good with your hands, you know, come by my office and we'll talk about it, you know. So I was like, all right, cool. And, you know, he was just like, you know, we need people that, you know, he was telling me because he's been working there for like 22 years. And there's only 2 people that does the hiring, and it's him and another guy. Well, he said he didn't like how the other guy hired because the other guy would go off of your paperwork. Whatever your paperwork said, then he would go off of that, while the guy that hired me went off of actual experience. He didn't give a fuck if you had your bachelor's or not. So he was like, well, man, don't make me look bad. I'll give you a chance. And he goes, after your probation period, we'll put you in schooling and shit. Shit, my fucking probation period, I got recommendations from all the project managers. And so it was official, and then that's when I got my bachelor's and shit. It's all about, I think in life to be successful, it's about what you know. Half of it's about what you know, and the other half is about who you know.
Boss. I'll give you an antivenom.
Where's quiet?
Are you playing any game right now, TK?
We've got to go.
You lurking? You lurking. She lurking. She'll be like, when is this motherfucker leaving so I can go rob him? Those couches.
Let's go, boys.
Believe it or not, our nice couches, like the not scratched up from the couch or the cat and shit, is our love seat. I don't know why. He'll go lay on the love seat and lay down, but he won't scratch them like he does these over here. I think it's because we don't even sit in those. Like we have never actually sat there for longer than 5 seconds. We sit on our designated recliners and that's it. Babe, what are you doing? Oh no, you didn't. I need to find more iridium. Yeah, I'm trying to make these things to repair my ship. So I have enough iridium now. I just need to find copper. Copper. And I already know what copper looks like, so I don't think that's why I don't think this plant has it. No, they're not. They're good. Go ahead.
I did not choose to be quiet. I wanted to express my feelings to you. If only we shared a common tongue.
Vengeance
How
was
are
what
you
drove
still
me
floating?
to them. The only language left to me. Revenge. But the words we shared... No, that was no language at all. That is why I chose the language of gratitude instead, and go back to silence. I am quiet. I am the absence of words.
What the fuck is this? This motherfucker's huge. Babe, are you out of the restroom? I gotta use the restroom. Alright.
I think you're feeling better, huh? Feeling a lot better?
You have the results of quiet scans? Yes, as I suspected. Her entire body underwent parasite therapy. The parasites compensated for her burnt epidermis and provide her blood with oxygen through cutaneous respiration instead of pulmonary respiration. In addition, they replaced the digestive organs she lost, and she receives carbohydrates through photosynthesis. Was Skullface responsible? There is no other possibility. Skullface ordered Quiet to assassinate Snake. Only she got set on fire instead when he woke up in that hospital. But then Skullface revived Quiet through his parasite therapy, at the same time infecting her with the English strain. That way, even if the assassination failed again, she could still kill all of us just by coming here. That was the third English mating pair. Correction. The first and only English pair to be carried by a person. So either because she wanted to get even with Snake, or because she was working for Skullface, Quiet approached Snake again. Though in the end, for whatever reason, she did not complete her objective. Some change of heart, perhaps. We want to hear it from her.
Boss, we've gone over the prisoner transport log you found. Quiet was grabbed by the Soviets and moved to Lamar Khatte Palace. They lost a lot of men to her. Can't blame them for wanting payback. But why did she just let herself get captured?
I did not choose to be quiet. I wanted to express my feelings to you. If only we shared a common tongue.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Alright, sorry about that, booty calls. Or cold. You better sit your ass somewhere, Pete. I'm gonna fuck you up, man.
So you can see what we left there when all hope leads out. What remains is doubt. Should have left it all for you for tomorrow. As your time draws near, will you live in fear? Could have left it all for you, but we let go.
Babe. Boom's trying to be funny. He said, huh? I sent you a picture of it. And nigga, that beard, since you know, heart face. His like, look. Like it's all his shallow and shit. I said, nigga, for those. He goes, shit, is that baby on your face? Is it's on yours? And he goes, no, I was like, shit, so fucking thin. It does look fun. Like, fuck you. Like Wolfman Jack and he tells me, babe, he told me, he goes, are you gonna go for a year? I was just like, yeah. Which a year for me would be, it's actually right around the corner, it's not that far. It would be February. February is when we moved in together, right, babe? April. Yeah, April. That's what I thought. April will be a year. All his fucking teeth would quit biting me. Anyways. Told you. You get yourself fuck you up, kid. DK says she's charging her headset right now, and the weather's getting pretty bad, so she says she's gonna be a little while. Oh, shit. Excuse me.
Welcome back, boss.
Snake?
What are you doing, babe?
Thank
Are you
you.
filling your purifier thingy?
You are always so kind to me, Snake.
You still using the lavender? What'd you use now? The calming one.
Snake?
Ooh, another ship. Home?
What is it, Snake?
Tom? Do you actually think that works? I mean, like, do you think it works?
Come back again, okay, Snake?
I mean, the calm one. Oh, so the lavender's the one that you didn't. Babe, you know they make weed oil? I wonder if you put that shit in your humidifier, if that shit would like fucking make us high and shit. I said, you know they make weed oil, right?
Roger.
Yeah, like weed oil.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Butter, put on your bread and shit like that. So you have to get high. And you say you can make it yourself, like you buy like the green.
This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
And it secretes all the oils from it. Like, you're not burning it like you're burning it.